Okay, starting of the engine simulator from cold state condition going to full C mode. So acknowledge first all alarms on all the monitors. Activate sound and hint button. The electrical power plant. Acknowledge sound and hint button. Auxiliary machinery. Acknowledge sound and hint button. First, we proceed to the electrical power plant. Go to the EG page. Confirm if the emergency generator is running. So, open the appropriate circuit breakers. Seawater, fresh water, fuel circulation, emergency compressor, fuel supply, boiler burner, automation, emergency lighting, navigation, bridge lighting. Then we check the load. Okay, so it's around 18 amperes. Then we proceed to the generator number 1. We pre-lube the generator number 1 and preheat. Same with generator number 2, pre-lube and preheat. Okay, in order to start the generator, we need starting air, seawater, and fresh water. Proceed to the diesel plant console or the propulsion plant console. CA page, open emergency receiver, start emergency compressor. Leave it running, then proceed to the fuel supply system. Fuel selection should be diesel oil. Then circulate the fuel system using the supply circulating pumps. So, preheater valve on, start supply and circulating pumps manually. Then seawater cooling system, open sea chest and open appropriate cooler valves. Temperature controller set to auto. Start the pump, put it on auto. Freshwater system should be also running. Cooler number 1 open. Adjust main engine flow to around 60%. Start the pump, put it on auto. Temperature control to auto. Okay, then we check the emergency generator load. Okay, so we have 128 amperes. Check on the generator. Starting air pressure, it's not enough. You need 8.5 starting air pressure in order to start the generator. So for the meantime, we prepare the boiler first. Proceed to your auxiliary machinery console. Check on the boiler. First, you go to the fuel system of the boiler. Open tracing steam. Fuel selection set to diesel oil. Open preheater valve and steam valve. Temperature controller set to automatic. Pressure set point 5 bars. Stop valve of the burner 1 and 2 open. Start the pump. Put it on auto. Okay, leave it running. Check on the boiler. Okay, so we need to pre-purge the boiler. So manually we turn on the fan to pre-purge the boiler. Okay, we check back, go back to our generator. Okay, so 8.0, 8.1 bars, that's enough for starting. All we need to do is wait for the pressure to raise to around 8.5 bars. Once we have 8.5 starting air pressure, the alarm will be cancelled out and you could already start your generator. Just press start. RPM will build up to around 997 RPM. Once you have 997 RPM, voltage in hertz will accumulate. Once you have voltage in hertz accumulated, supply your circuit breaker and then connect to the main bus bar. Once you connect to the main bus bar, all the electrical load from the emergency generator will be transferred to generator number 1. Okay, we have now voltage in hertz. Connect. Okay, then check on your emergency. So, no more load on the emergency generator. The emergency generator will automatically stop. Okay, once you have the main generator running, set your pre-lube to auto, preheating to off. Once generator number 1 is running, proceed back to the ERS, open the remainder of the circuit breakers. Charge your batteries, and proceed also to the distribution panel for high and low voltage. Open these circuit breakers. Okay, leave these 3 circuit breakers closed. We need 2 generators in order to open these remaining circuit breakers. Okay, check on the load. So you have enough load on your generator. Once you want to start for departure, you need 2 generators running. So since we have already starting air, we could start the generator number 2 and leave your generator to warm up. For the meantime, let's proceed to the main engine system. Proceed back to the CA page. We fill up the air bottles or the air receivers. Open the compressor inlet valves to the receiver. Start the compressors, put it on auto. Okay. So for the meantime, while filling up the air receivers, we prepare the lube oil system of the engine. Open cooler valve, adjust pressure setting of the pump to around A7 bars. Start the pump, put it on auto. Temperature controller of the lube oil system should be automatic. Camshaft system, start your fine filter. Open your cooler valve, start camshaft pump 1, put it on auto. Okay. Okay, so for the meantime, we proceed back to the generator. So once you have the generator number 2 already warmed up and it has voltage in hertz, we need to synchronize, share, and balance 2 generators. So we go to the sharing page. You need to adjust the hertz in order to connect it to the main bus bar. So the incoming generator should be reduced slightly. Reduce the hertz by using the governor control. Once you have equal hertz on the generator, both generators, you could already connect it to the main bus bar. Okay, once it's connected, you balance the generators. Decrease, increase here. Okay, so it's already shared. Proceed back to the generator. Pre-lube to off, preheating off. Pre-lube auto, preheating off. Now, back to our auxiliaries. Let's check on the boiler. Okay, so we have an alarm of the fuel temp. Okay, so I believe fuel is already now circulating. We could now fire the boiler. Fire the burners 1 and 2, set to auto. By the way, you need to adjust the pressure settings to around 15 bars so that the burner will automatically fire and raise steam. So once you have fired the boiler, you could now ready start the feed pump. Put it on auto. Open superheater valves. Start pump 1. Put it on auto on the heat recovery boiler. So once you have fired the boiler, raise the steam to beyond 10 bars and automatically this alarm will be cancelled out. So for the meantime, while raising the pressure, steam pressure, we proceed to other alarms such as your provision plant consoles. Okay, so you start the seawater pump on the provision plant, cooling consoles, open your master solenoid, condenser shutoff filter, then you could start the pump, gradually open the suction valve, put it on auto, then gradually open it to 100%. Compressor number 2, same. Reaper compressor number 2, same. Open master solenoid, condenser shutoff filter, turn on, crack open your suction, put it on auto. Then you raise up to 100%, open the suction valve. Okay, let's check on the main engine. Okay, so 12 bar starting air pressure, not enough for starting. So let's check on the systems of the main engine, if it's ready for departure. So we need to start 2 steering gear pumps, open the control air, main starting valve. However, the starting air is still below 20 bars, so we could not start the main engine. All we need to do now is wait. While waiting, we lubricate the lubricators of the cylinder lubricators. Once you have lubricated all 6 cylinders, proceed to your local side, engine local control. The turning gear is engaged. Then you just press slow turn to turn the engine. So we do this around 15 minutes in real time, but for now, presumably we have turned the engine to around 15 minutes. A little bit later, we will disengage the turning gear, and then from engine side, we transfer to remote side, so all the control will be controlled using this telegraph. Okay, so we'll go back to the CA page. We can open now starting air, control air valves, and could already now stop your emergency compressor, close your emergency receiver. Okay, so for the meantime, while waiting for the steam pressure to rise to around 20 bars, we proceed back to the auxiliary machinery. We check on the air conditioning plant. We need to start the aircon. So set your aircon to summer mode. Adjust pressure setting of the seawater pump to the condenser. Open the valve, start the pump. And then the compressor, aircon compressor, master solenoid open, condenser shut off, filter open. Then start your compressor, crack open around 10%, then set it to automatic running. And then wait for the oil drain to open. Once the solenoid to the oil drain already opens, you could gradually open your suction valve to 100%. Then leave it automatically running. Now, let's go back to our boiler. So we have 12 bars, no more alarm. Could now open your main steam valve for heating. Open your consumers, FO tank heating separators, and then proceed to your fuel system of the boiler. You could see now that no more alarm on the fuel oil system of the boiler. So once you have no more alarms, you could already change over to heavy fuel oil. Okay, now we go back again to the main engine, check on our starting air. So we have already 20 bars. Okay, I believe we could now start our engine. Okay, before starting the engine, we need to secure first, or we need to check if the scavenging air blower is already running. So if it's not, activate your blower and then put it to automatic running. And then we could now see that the engine is already on standby. Presumably, we have tested the main engine ahead and astern. We open the indicator cocks. Everything okay. Okay. So we have an alarm with the separator. A little bit later, we'll rectify these alarms. So presumably, we have already tested the engine ahead and astern. Drag your telegraph to dead slow position. Then your engine is now running. Okay, so once your engine is already running, you check your exhaust and scavenging air temperature. So scavenging air temperature is maintained around 45 to 50 degrees centigrade. So raise again your telegraph to slow ahead. Check again your scavenging air temperature. Okay. Raise again your okay. So once you see the temperature rising, adjust your seawater going to your scavenging cooler. Crack open. Okay, that's bad. Too fast on raising up the telegraph resulted in high exhaust gas temperature. Anyway, the turbocharger is already running. The exhaust temperature will normalize. So we have an alarm on the main engine fuel oil inlet temperature. All you need to do is adjust the viscosity control to automatic. Then supply pumps set to auto, circulating pumps to auto. Then proceed back to your exhaust. Raise the telegraph again. So for the meantime, while raising the telegraph speed, the telegraph handle, the speed will also increase. The RPM will increase. Main engine RPM will increase. Then monitor your exhaust and scavenging air temperature. And then once you've seen that the blowers already automatically stop, a turbocharger RPM around 80,000 RPM, you could raise your telegraph to 90. Oops. Okay. Okay, so once you raise your telegraph, exhaust will rise and also scavenging air temperature. Adjust your scavenging air temperature. Open your scavenging air cooler flow valve. In order to fix the RPM, 90 speed RPM, press the maneuvering program. And then, for example, the bridge. Okay, the bridge telegraph will be matched. So let's adjust the bridge telegraph. Oops. To 90. No more ringing of the bell. And then if the captain says, okay, let's go to full sail mode, all you need to do is acknowledge the auxiliary telegraph. Okay, the main engine is already running. Then your steering gear put to auto running. Okay, let's check on the main engine. Okay, fresh water, okay, seawater, fuel supply. Okay, so once we have achieved full ahead condition, set your fuel selection to heavy oil. Open your tracing steam, crack open your tank heating. Okay, let's run the purifiers. Open these valves for the operating water of the purifier. Fuel inlet to separator, open. Remove the brakes on all separators. Separator 1, start. Acknowledge alarm. Close your valve, apply sealing water. Open your fuel inlet, turn on feed pump flow, crack open to around 40%. Apply heating, adjust heating to around 89-90. Same with separator number 2, start. Close your valve, apply sealing water, open fuel inlet, feed pump 40%, heating on, adjust to 90. Separator number 3 is your lube oil purifier. Start. Okay, so close our valve. Oil inlet on. Heating around 80%. Okay, leave it running. Then once you see that the flow indicator is already blue, that is you have good purification. Okay, you just have to wait for the back pressure to rise. So let's adjust this set point to around 1 bar. Okay, so leave the purifier running, then check on with the other systems. Check on your boiler. Okay, turbo generator. Start your priming pump, cooling seawater. Apply vacuum. Okay, so the steam cargo pumps, prime your cargo pumps using the priming pumps. Water desalination plant or the freshwater generator. Open your ejector, start your seawater pump, crack open your feed water condenser, fully open your heating water valve, then everything put it on automatic, distilled water pump and salinity control, then leave it running. Sewage treatment plant. Okay, we open sludge return, start the compressor, put it on auto. Suction and discharge valves of the sewage plant open. Let's open the chlorinating tank. Okay, so we have the vacuum alarm. Okay, proceed back to the sewage treatment plant. Suction discharge valve already open. Transfer pump suction and discharge valve open. So we set it discharge, going to discharge overboard. Open the overboard valve, and then once we have checked what we need to check, okay, pump. Okay, I believe we could start already the pump in order to rectify these alarms. Chlorinating pump, chlorinating valve is already open. We need to start the pump, put it on auto. Okay, let the pump run, and then I believe automatically it will stop these two pumps. So leave it running like this automatically. Inert gas system. Let's start the inert gas system. In order to start the inert gas system, we need to start first the cooling of the top up system of the inert gas system. Just open first these valves, seawater valve going to the top up generator, start the seawater pump going to the top up inert gas generator. Okay, scrubber valve should be on. Start the scrubber seawater pump. Okay, let's check on the deck seal. This is important. We need to start pump going to the deck water seal and put it on auto. Then, if we want to rectify the oxygen content, scrubber outlet should be opened. And then, don't forget to open your main deck and secondary deck stop valves going to the cargo tanks. Then once you have achieved that, start your blowers and then wait until the inert gas blower automatically will start. As the inert gas blower automatically starts, it will now reduce the oxygen content to below 8% inside the cargo tank. So for the meantime, check on back to the systems. Okay, so we still have alarms on the tanks. Double check again the systems. We conduct watch keeping. Okay, the purifiers are already running normally. Steering gear pumps 2 running. Okay, double check. Okay, we need to open heating to the bunker tanks. Okay, sludge tanks normal. Lube oil system CA, okay, normal. Okay, scavenging a little bit, we need to adjust a little bit. Open. Let's go back to the exhaust. Okay, cylinder, we check on the cylinders. Reference, okay, that means injectors are okay, piston rings are okay. Okay, so if you want the traditional type banana indicator diagram, we could also monitor it here. Okay, so everything running normally on the main engine. Generators already running normally. Sewage tank is still waiting to be adjusted. And then vacuum, need vacuum to be adjusted. Still waiting. So no more alarm on the sewage holding tank. Just need to wait for. Okay, so no more alarm on the chlorination tank. So once you don't have the alarm on the chlorination tank, anyway, automatically the pump will stop. Okay, so we'll still have to monitor this one. To check on the vacuum here. Vacuum of the water desalination plant. Okay, so no more problem with the vacuum. That means everything is in normal condition, except for the inert gas oxygen content. Okay, I believe it's still not running. I need to rectify the. Oh, I forgot to open the flue gas valve. Okay, so we need to open this flue gas valve in order to rectify the alarm. So wait a little bit. Flue gas is ready. So once the pump is running, the blower is running. Okay, the oxygen content will be decreased below 8%. So everything is already normal. So let's double check. So everything running, everything normal. No more alarms on the auxiliaries. No more alarm on the generators and the main engines. So that concludes my simulation. From a cold state engine room going to full ahead C mode.